Hello YouTube, this is Judson Game 44 here, and since I reviewed the SpongeBob stop motion Halloween special, The Legends of Bikini Bottom, I decided to go back 18 years, because it's been a few years since I watched this. This SpongeBob episode is over 18 years old, the first Halloween special, and it's the first episode the Flying Dutchman was in, all the way back in Season 1. So anyway, let's get started with this. This episode is called Scaredy Pants. If you've seen the episode, you'll probably guess why. SpongeBob is basically scared of Halloween and everything. So, pretty much the question is, why? SpongeBob does not like it. He's just a person that does not like Halloween because it's scary. And pretty much he's scared of everything. He's scared of the jack-o'-lanterns, he's scared of the costumes, he's even scared of a kid dressed up as a cowboy or a sign that just says boo. And pretty much he was so scared he just wanted to get back home quick. And everyone's calling him Happy Halloween, Scary Pants. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Now, pretty much what happens here is that he goes back in his house, and pretty much there's a giant jack-o'-lantern. He's inside, carving the face from the inside. And pretty much after he gets the mouth and nose done, plus the eyes, he pretty much says, "No more Scary Pants," and screams go in his closet. It's kind of interesting how all the characters dressed up. But before we get into that, let's discuss about these three main characters here. These characters really don't serve a purpose like the characters who were dressed up as Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. They just keep appearing from time to time and only appear as just a joke. But in a good way, though. So pretty much let's discuss these three. Pretty much they're the ones who say trick or treat when SpongeBob is dressed up, well, you know, a swear ghost. Eventually he decides pretty much a swear ghost is not that great. So he changed himself into a more rounder looking ghost. And pretty much the whole entire point of this, he probably would be scaring people. Even these three, when they re-meet up again. They pretty much start off the house, and pretty much it doesn't work. Of course, it does actually seem though, SpongeBob, after dressing up as a ghost, he pretty much just stopped scaring of Halloween and everything. That's kind of interesting. Maybe he was able to build enough confidence to stop being scared, because he would have been scared if these three kids were the same kids. But no, pretty much, being scared of seeing these three kids dressed up. But no, for real, he says, okay, fine, I didn't scare you, so here's your candy. No, please, that was enough of a treat. Thank you, though. But pretty much you see what happened was, they were pretty much laughing at him while leaving. And like I said about the swear head thing, well, first of all, before we get into that, like I said about the costume thing, you're going to see pretty much Swivel dressed up as the Flying Dutchman, Patrick as the glasses, nose, mustache guy, and well, you know what I mean. And pretty much the weird thing for the costume are these kind of wooden cloth thing. I really have no idea what you call those shoes. I know I've seen them before, but I don't remember. But besides that, though, pretty much Sandy's a goldfish in a bowl, and pretty much they go to someone's house and everything scares them, but he says, "Hey, do you kids want their candy?" while they're leaving. Pretty much then they're going behind the skull walk and discussing their plans, saying, who should we scare next? Basically, you get the point, they're going to the Halloween party and everything. So, what happens next? Well, this was honestly my favorite part. They go on top of the roof, now got the power, SpongeBob is scaring one, but a jellyfish stings Patrick as he's lowering down the rope, and pretty much SpongeBob is pretty much going up and down, swinging around, and they're just looking, They're just using their eyes to move, and they're not even using their heads. And then he starts swinging around and eventually stop upside down, and everyone's seeing his shorts and everything. And everyone's saying, hey, that's not Dutchman, that's SpongeBob, SpongeBob. Help, I am not SpongeBob, these are my street clothes. Okay, no, for real, what basically goes on, everyone starts laughing at him, saying, I think they were kind of laughing at him, but maybe laughing with him, because he actually kind of did got them all. So that was great, but they are laughing at him because his plan did fail. I bet he was going to review himself when he got down to the ground because he went down and down slowly. But besides that, pretty much a big burst of lightning from the sky emerged. The doors opened saying, enough, glowing white, and then a green goes, and, well, pretty much green fog and grows into a form. And that's the Flying Dutchman in a very terrifying look. Now, even though this was over 18 years ago and everything, I have to admit, this was one of the best scenes of the Flying Dutchman. He honestly looked like that big, vibrant, giant green glowing type of ghost. he was very evil, the bell singing everything of ships during while he was emerging, and then show his look, which this is honestly very interesting. Now, besides all that, pretty much what basically happens is he's going to steal everyone's souls, but the reason why is because of SpongeBob, because he admits that every year people are dressing up like him, trying to fly Netsman and laughing stuff, and insulting him. And SpongeBob, he said, yours is the most insulting. The Flying Dutchman admits he's not really scary at all, and he'll never will be. And pretty much he gets rid of that stupid costume, and pretty much the Flying Dutchman gets scared and run away, and so does everyone else. And why? Because Patrick was shaving SpongeBob all the way off, that pretty much revealed he was all the way down to a tip-top stem from his shorts and everything. And pretty much he had nothing on his arms to hold them, but for some reason they were flying. And all the way top on a bring, and well, you pretty much get the point, it was creeping. And everyone ran out. And then when Patrick realized that, he pretty much ran out too. The last thing says, don't worry, it grows back. 18 years later, you know, the Legends of Blue Bikini Bottom came out. Okay, now that I'm done with talking about that, I do want to discuss a few similarities. First of all, it's obvious that both characters from this episode and the 18 years later in the new Halloween special stop motion, they actually share a lot of the plot. Basically, both SpongeBobs are scared and everything. However, the way how SpongeBob pretty much gets not scared for both is interesting. Scary equals funny in Bikini Bottom, while pretty much SpongeBob just dressed up in a costume and just stopped being scared right away. And pretty much what happens here is, and pretty much at the end of both episodes, it's pretty much ending up where the Flying Dutchman is flying away from SpongeBob because he's scared at him. The first one is because of the way how he looked. The second one because he went inside his brain. I think this is kind of even more funny. It's actually because we were seeing his brain, and then this 18 years later we're going inside of it. That's honestly really kind of funny. And kind of clever if you think about it. Even though these were 18 years apart and everything, you have to admit, it was kind of interesting. Now, granted, pretty much, even though they pretty much share different, similar plots, they are indeed different stories, and they each do pull off a great role. But besides that, if I have to say which one's my favorite, that's kind of hard to choose. I mean, I love the stop-motion animation throughout the whole entire thing, besides the intro, of course. But besides that, pretty much I did not really... Pretty much, I do like the way how the first episode did play out. But since the 20 stop-motion one was 20 more minutes, and the one was just 10 minutes, really, it wasn't really that much. It was way giving us more adventure time scene. And way more comedy, funny. It was all pretty much stuff like that. But besides all that, I love both of them really great. But I love the stop motion a little bit better and everything. But besides all that, yeah, this was honestly a great episode though. Even though it's 18 years old now, it's still really great and everything. And I suggest you actually take a look at this. But anyway, besides all that, I have pretty much done the review and everything of this episode. So until then, this is Judson Game 44 signing out. Until then, I'll see you later. Bye!